What's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to make close to $24,000 my first day launching a brand new e-commerce brand on Shopify, and went on to make $100,000 the first week. But the best part is I did not spend a single dollar, $0 on advertising. So it was pretty much for free. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I did that. So grab your popcorn because this is going to be one hell of a value packed video. Alright guys, so before we jump in, I want to prove to you guys that this numbers are real, because to be honest, it sounds too good to be true. So I want to be as transparent as possible with this video. The only thing I'm not going to be sharing is the actual brand name and the site, and the main reason why is because we get a lot of copycats. They rip off our original copy, product picture, creatives, every single thing, even our brand name. So a quick pro tip for you, if you're looking to get started with dropshipping and you have a brand that you're taking inspirations from, you should not rip off their original content, their original creative, or anything like that, just because it will actually end up getting in trouble. So the best way for you to find a solid creative for you starting off is going to be AliExpress, as most of the suppliers actually want you to use the images and the creatives that they have. So that'll be the best place for you to get into it, because most brands invest a lot of money and effort into creating original content, so they don't like getting ripped off, right? That includes me. So with that being said, let me show you the actual numbers. All right guys, so I just jumped to my store, and the first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and refresh the page so that you guys can see that this is a live store that I still currently run. And today we've made $2,000. It's pretty slow for us today. As you can see, we're actually down 37% from previous days. So I'm gonna take you back to where we actually started this brand. So if you go all the way back to January and do the whole month from the 1st to the 31st, we started around mid-January, and as you can see, we went from making $0 to all the way making close to $25,000 the first day, and the second day we ended up doing over $25,000, and within that week and a week and a half, we actually ended up doing over $90,000. So if we go to the next month, we actually ended up doubling the entire amount. So if we go to February 1st to the 28th, so we actually ended up doing $246,000 the next month, and we've been growing this brand ever since then. So I hope you got some inspiration from this. So let's jump right back in. I'm gonna break down every step that I took to get to $24,000 my first day. So if you want this strategy to work for you, the most important thing that you need to do is follow each and every step throughout this video. So make sure you take notes and make sure you do not miss anything. So the first step of this entire process is actually finding the product to sell. Typically, I would recommend you to go out there and use these tools to find hot product that everyone is selling, but that's not the case for this video. Instead, we're going to be finding untapped products with the potential to do really well for you. And you might be asking how? I got you, fam. We're gonna actually reverse engineer the whole process and find the audience to sell the products to before we find the product. In other terms, we're going to be finding the niche first. So the main thing to remember when using this strategy is that you're looking to solve a problem that a large group of people share. That way, you can provide the solution with your new product. So a quick example would look like this. Let's say after doing some research, we decide that the hair loss market is ideal for our strategy. How do we know? It meets 3 criteria for our winning niche. The first one is identify the pain point, meaning there is a highly emotional problem that needs solving. And the second one is validate demand. If we do a quick Google trend search, the main terms have consistently high interest, meaning people are looking for a solution. So we come in and provide the product as the solution. And the third one is confirming high margins. The perceived value of our solution is high. In other words, we have an opportunity to sell a product with higher profit margins. Now that we know how to find the market, it's time to actually find the exact product that we're gonna go ahead and sell. So what I typically recommend is going on AliExpress and searching the generic term related to the pain point. So in our case, it's going to be hair loss. So once you go ahead and search that term, start scrolling through and make sure that you keep these 3 criteria in mind. The first criteria is high perceived value. You want to be able to find a product that looks expensive because you can charge more, meaning you can have more profit margin. The second one is low order count. Typically, I recommend a product with less than 1,000 orders. That way you're gonna be selling a product that's not super saturated, which is very important for this entire process. And the third one is an out-of-the-box uniqueness. What I mean by that is you wanna be able to find a product that's unique enough with the design or feature that not everyone is out there selling. It might sound like a very tedious task to scroll through page after page, but this is how you find product that no one else is selling so they can capitalize off of it and make that big money. So after doing a quick search with our hair loss example, here's a solid product that meets all of the criteria. It has a high perceived value, it has less than 1,000 orders, and it's also unique. We cannot really find any product similar to this while we did a Google search. So you might be saying this is one super expensive product, and you're right. But if you do a quick Google search of similar products, not exactly this one, are selling way over $500. So that gives you the ability to even undercut them and still be super profitable. You can go ahead and sell this product for $300, $400 and be able to have crazy margins while undercutting any other competitors that you have in the market. Now that we found the market and the product that we want to sell, the next step is going to be going ahead and creating your store. So for this strategy, I typically recommend a one product store setup. And the main reason why is because it has a higher conversion rate. It is also very simple to get up and running. And if you don't know how to go ahead and set up a one product store, a branded one product store, I have a video that I'm gonna link down in the description where I'm gonna walk you through step by step on how to go ahead and build a one product branded store. Then finally, let's get into advertising. I know you guys have been waiting for it, so let's actually jump right in. So you might be wondering what kind of sorcery could get me to almost $100,000 within a week of launching my store? Tune in for next week's video to find out. No, I'm kidding. Don't get angry and blow up my comment section. Actually, the platform that we're gonna be working with is going to be TikTok. So the strategy here is to go viral on TikTok with organic content that'll bring a boatload of people to your site that are actually ready to buy. So before we go ahead and cover how to create the actual viral video, there's one thing that you want to make sure to do, and that is creating a brand TikTok account. And one of the things that you want to focus on while doing that is you want to make sure to have a short, catchy name for your brand or your product, because what will happen most of the time when your video goes viral, not everyone's going to come back to your profile and buy the product directly from you. What ends up happening is most people will actually go on Google and search your brand or your product name. So you want to make sure that you're visible, and you want to make sure that people remember your name so they can go ahead and find it and buy it from you. Now that we have that out of the way, here are the elements for a potential viral TikTok video. The first one is a killer hook. What that means is you want to grab people's attention within the first few seconds so that viewers don't want to keep scrolling. And a great way to do this is to put the pain point on blast. Here's an example. So if you have hair loss problems, you definitely have to watch this. I recently found this product. That's pretty much it. That's what a good hook will look like. Number two is retention. You want to make sure that your viewers are watching most of your video. And the way you do that is by having shorter videos. I recommend videos less than 30 seconds. The third one is don't sell. Only review the product. You don't want to be pushing people to buy the product. Instead, just review the product and tell them your opinion. The fourth one is stay away from high production style videos. You want to make sure that you do a very simple video that blends in with TikTok, so you don't have to do all this crazy shoot. You can literally use your iPhone, and that can potentially do well. Number five is direct the traffic in the caption. So if you're wondering, how do I tell people to buy my product? You leave it in the caption saying, hey, link and buy if you want to get this. And the sixth one is use appropriate hashtags and sounds to get the most reach. The beauty of TikTok is that your content does not have to be highly produced. Our video that went viral twice was non-scripted. It was a selfie video shot in a random apartment on an iPhone, so you don't have to worry about having all this production, having this cool camera. You can literally do it on your phone. And if you don't want to make the video yourself or having a hard time finding a friend or family that can do it for you, there's multiple different ways that you can actually pay someone to get those type of videos done. And one of the platforms that I personally use is called Velo. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and leave the link down in the description so that you can go ahead and check it out. And that's pretty much it. This is the same exact strategy that's actually helped me to make close to $100,000 within the first week, and later ended up making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is exactly what I did. There's nothing that I hid, and this is every step that I took to get to where I am today. All you have to do is literally follow everything we talked about step by step without cutting any corners, and stay consistent. If you make one video and it doesn't go viral, don't get discouraged. It might take multiple different videos for you to be able to do well. We did not just post one video and go viral. It was actually the 5th video that actually went viral, so make sure to stay consistent and make sure to produce content consistently, and you're eventually gonna do well as long as you're following all the stuff that I talked about today. With that being said, if you got some value out of this video, all I want you to do is hit that thumbs up, as it really does help the channel. Make sure to leave a comment, let me know what type of videos you want me to make, or any comments that you have about this, or even any questions. I'll make sure to respond to every single one of them, and make sure you subscribe if you have not. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one.